So we're in a therapy era. Everyone's talking about therapy or going to therapy. And in some cases, people don't even trust you unless you've been to therapy. And let me be very clear. I'm not going to therapy. But I said, if I was going to tell a story, what better way to do it over whiskey therapy? And I got some things that I could share, and I plan to do so. This is a bottle of TLC. This is a 21-year rye from MGP, probably one of the best pours I've personally ever had, and it was a gift. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video, and not feeling like you're enough. This bottle takes me back to a memory, and I'll tell you the story of TLC. For one, that's my initials, by the way. Second, I thought to myself when I walked in the blendery that day, I said, man, oh man, that sounds always refreshing. Oh man, today's supposed to be our whiskey day, but we've got some other stuff going on, so I don't get a chance. But I walked in, and I never celebrate my birthday. This is a true story. I actually hate that day. And part of it's due to the fact I didn't ask to be here. And the irony is, I think a lot of myself and nothing at the same time, because in my mind, we're here for a short time, and it's over. Nobody knows what happens next. So you say, man, should I surprise or tell Tim in this particular instance that today is a special day? Or people like to call it a special day. Hey man, I'm celebrating my birthday week, my birthday month. When's your birthday? As a matter of fact, I was never here. What? I walk in, I tell Tim, I said, hey Tim, let's do a video real quick. I got something I need. He says, I could probably figure it out. I said, no, you ain't gonna figure this out. I know you ain't gonna figure this out. It doesn't exist. And I remember saying it was my birthday. This particular bottle or barrel that he got was a barrel that he used to honor 9/11. Donates the proceeds to a firehouse or some charity. He loves charity work. And no one's ever gotten a whole bottle of it. Maybe a whole bottle of it. It was down to the bones of this, but I think that was the last of it. There's one of one on there. And that was a year ago. What I will tell you is I'm sitting there and I'm like frustrated and like anxious. And I don't have a lot of anxiety. When I do have anxiety is when I go to sleep. So I got some. But I remember thinking, I'm going to tell them it's my birthday. And then telling them it's my birthday, we'll do a video on this and that. A couple minutes, they're in there. Oh wow, they're like, they get excited about it. I never experienced this. There's a lot of people who celebrate birthdays and their moments in life. And probably from a certain age as a child to a good portion of an adult, my birthdays don't even exist. Not to people, not to myself, not to my family. My grandmother used to call and sing happy birthday, so I'm always grateful that I missed that. But I went down this rabbit hole over this even this past year. Because again, I still didn't say nothing. I think it's a useless day. Somebody says, man, that can't be. Well, if I build the level of success I'm going to build, Mondays feel like a birthday in my house. Bring people together of all genres and ethnicities and nationalities. Actually have fun. And here's what you realize. You realize as you're watching everyone in this room that they love people. Most people build things for people. I build things for change. I'm learning how to embrace the journey of people and people celebrating people like myself who have that ability to bring them together. And I think to myself, man, dude, I mean, we celebrated Jimmy's birthday and I've literally never even celebrated a person's birthday. And it was refreshing, man. Almost bring tears to your eyes in those moments where you're watching him be grateful, chance grab him something that he couldn't imagine getting, and everybody showing up and sharing and just being there. Like, wow, this means that much to this dude. Still fucking with me right now. Just because if I was going to release or let go of something, one of the things that I plan on letting go of in some form of fashion, because I think that's the definition that I over later if you Google therapy definition. It says to heal or let go of some type of, emotional whatever. And I live in an emotional level of frustration all the time. And almost 100% of it is self-inflicted. In my mind, I used to believe nobody cared. That would be a lie today. It's like, oh, don't nobody care. And I don't expect them to. Now, not only do I have people who care, I have people who show up. I have people who want to be there. I have people who want to participate, who believe in success. You go, Trevor, whatever I can do to help, just let me know. I think one of the things I'll learn as I continue to talk through my own challenges is I didn't have the best representation of men growing up. I didn't have the greatest opportunities growing up. I've seen people who look like me, aka black, just to be clear, say they're a little mad because they got positioned behind the 8 ball. So you didn't get a fair start. You didn't get a fair start because you didn't get college funds. You didn't always have food. Life was a struggle. You're not financially literate. You don't know how to build a business. You weren't taught self-worth. You don't know that you're worth more. Period. I think you go down this rabbit hole of trying to find an identity and be a person and be a human. Then you got to be a man. Then if you're a father, I'm not a father, you got to be a father. Then you have to be good. Then you have to be great. Then you have to be right. Then you have to be always better. You go, when does this end? I don't know that it does, because purpose itself feels like a gorilla sitting on your chest, hitting you in the chest every day. So Trevor, we'll get you up, knowing that I got to get up and get something done. I got to figure something out. Well, what are you figuring out? How to better my life? Well, what's wrong with your life? My metrics, meaning that was wrong. I have different metrics for life. Enough will never be enough, and more, it's just a start. But not knowing how to value the presence of people is one of the things I'm going to work on. I come from a background that's rooted in disparity. I was isolated, at least. And I really wasn't allowed to get close to people, become their friends. So I have this thing. It's almost like like you get sick in your chest. It's like you're sick because the closer people get to me, the scarier things become. The more people in my life, the worse I feel. And you go, well, why is that? I've got to figure this one out. I don't know. Because the closest people are the people that you should be the closest to, should be the ones you trust, believe in, or always be there, but that's not the case. So it gets really confusing because the natural excitement when I see everybody come in and when we go to the blendery and if we go see this person, that person, me being on the phone, talking to, some buddies of mine and like get into some deep conversations. And deep means they're opening up and sharing everything. Big thank you to Richard DeBerry and Chance and many others you're going to see for being open enough to talk about their journey and their upbringing. Mine was a challenge. It's funny how long you could be affected from choices that you didn't even get to make. All I'm saying is I didn't ask to be here. I didn't have the best parents. My dad gave me as many tools as he had. And neither one of my parents I want to be anything alike. Group settings scare the crap out of me. And the irony is I'm building a community, or I built a community and didn't even know it. That's the truth. I had no idea that I had built a community of people who care. And it's just now dawning on me, and that makes the left part of my brain hurt. Guys, stay tuned. Keep it whiskey. Therapy is in session.